And happy Friday, everyone. My name is meteorologist Heather Kay, filling in for Taylor as she's still in Texas at the IRE. But I am bringing you today's hail forecast, sponsored as always by American Contractors Show, Atlas Roofing, the Merlin Law Group, and then Premier Claims. Thank you guys as always for sponsoring our videos. So let's get right into our weather headlines. We have really one last very cold day across the United States before we get into our weekend, when we're going to start warming up a bit. And overall, we should be pretty quiet across the country, but there are a few areas that if you are going to be out working where it's a bit warmer, some areas that we are going to be keeping an eye for you in terms of some unsettled weather. So I'll talk about that as well. But first, we have been on the road giving you our thoughts on this year's hail forecast. Let's step out of the way here so you can see this cool graphic. This is our Raising Hail Tour 2025. We've already been to a few cities. We've been here in Edmond, where our office is located, as well as Denton and Chicago. The next city on our list, which is next Tuesday, is in Denver, Colorado, and then we will be in Omaha, Nebraska on March 4th, and closing it out on March 11th down in Orlando. So if you haven't already and you want to go to any of these, you can go to our Facebook page and go and find the information to sign up and purchase your tickets. And if you want to get $10 off, you can use our code here, RHT Taylor 10, and again, use this code and you can get $10 off of your tickets. So you don't want to miss this event. This is something that we've been doing the last few years, and they're a lot of fun to do, to kind of give you guys that insight for what we're expecting for the year in terms of hail and all that fun stuff. So here are yesterday's storm reports. Well, we really didn't see anything. It was a quiet day across the country. Just some snow here and there, but in terms of severe weather, we didn't see anything. So, you know, unfortunately, no activity there. But, you know, we're only a few weeks away from spring. So if you're enjoying the downtime, it's going to eventually come. But right now, nothing going on in terms of, you know, severe weather. But we are still dealing with the cold. One last day of extremely cold weather for most of us across the lower 48, anywhere from 20 to 30 plus degrees below what we should be seeing this time of the year from basically the central part of the U.S. eastward. If you want those warmer than normal temperatures, you got to go out west. But don't worry, as we get into our weekend, those purples will start to slowly disappear here. As we get into tomorrow, still a little bit above average here across parts of the country, but you can see those warmer temperatures starting to return here for our Saturday and Sunday. A lot of us are once again getting to at or above normal temperatures, so that's some good news, starting to see those warm temperatures returning. I know the last few days have been really cold and really just not cool to go outside, but relief is coming in terms of warmer temperatures. So here are current conditions across the lower 48. High pressure still in control right now across the central and eastern part of the U.S. We do have a few little areas of snow here that we're, you know, just going to be keeping on because, you know, we're weather geeks. So let's zoom into a few areas here. First, the Northeast, we do have some lake effect snow showers occurring. New York, some more snow in Pennsylvania, down into West Virginia, westward into Ohio. This will continue through the rest of the day today. And then some rain here in southern Texas, as well as some snow in parts of Colorado and Kansas. And then low pressure is off the coast of Washington and down into Oregon. Some rain is starting to move on in, so unfortunately Seattle, you're getting some rain, and that's going to continue to increase as we go through the rest of the day today, as well as getting into tomorrow as well. So zooming on out, taking a look at our temperatures. Again, another cold day here, but starting to warm up a bit. We are currently at 21 in Oklahoma City, 30 in Dallas. We are almost to the freezing mark there, just above freezing at 37 in Houston, and more 20s as we go into the Great Lakes region. And yeah, you can see it's cold, you guys. Lots of blues and purples. I love those colors, but not in terms of temperatures. In terms of our alerts, not a whole lot, but we do have a few areas that have some alerts going on. So we're going to go out to the northwest. We have a flood watch out for parts of Idaho and Montana. This will be in effect until Monday, where we could get some flooding from rain, as well as some melting snow. So if you're in these areas, just keep an eye out for any flooding that may occur. And then in these browner regions, we do have some high wind watches out, where we could see wind gusts up to 80 miles per hour. Sustained winds between 40 and 50. Either way you look at it, it's going to be quite windy. And then in the southeast, a freeze warning is now in effect, I guess, or this should say a freeze watch, not a freeze warning, but temperatures will be getting just below freezing, potentially down to 30. So if you're in southeastern Georgia, if you have any plans, make sure you keep them inside. And then a winter weather advisory for parts of northern New York, where we are seeing that lake effect snow. So just zooming back on out, again, a pretty quiet day overall, just those few areas that we have some advisories out. And taking a look at our snow depth, again, lots of snow across most of the country. This should start to dissipate, though, as we warm up into the weekend. More snow is expected, though, in the higher elevations out in the northwest, as well as in those lake effect snow bands. Otherwise, it should be a relatively quiet weekend. So going out into the northwest, there's that low pressure in the Pacific that's going to be moving on shore very slowly as we get over the next few days, bringing some very heavy rain as we go through the rest of the day today, as well as getting into tomorrow, which I'll show you in just a second. Seattle, you're going to get dumped on heavier snow here in the higher elevations, and that will continue to slowly push east as we get into tomorrow. And zooming on out, looking at tomorrow, again, a mess in the northwest with that system continuing to dump that rain and snow. And then we have some more rain down in Texas and Louisiana that will move on to the north and then push off to the east. And then some snow showers here and there in the northern parts of the country. As we go through the rest of the day tomorrow, all activity will continue to push on to the east. Even some rain here down in Florida. And then getting into Sunday morning, just some more snow showers here and there here in the northeast, as well as into Minnesota. Mess continuing on in the northwest, and some more rain here in Texas and Louisiana. And then kind of just getting a brief outlook for the first few days next week. So Sunday, moving on into Sunday evening and into Monday, that rain that was in Texas and Louisiana will continue to push off to the east. So Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, Florida, you'll be waking up to some rain for your morning commute. Some snow showers here and there will continue to the northeast, and that mess in the northwest will start to slowly push off to the east there. And then as we get into Tuesday, we'll start to dry out a bit in the southeast. Another system will be moving on into the northeast, bringing some rain and snow. And then, unfortunately, some more snow here in the northwest. And as we get into Tuesday evening, quieting down again here in the southeast, another system moving on into the north part of the country and quieting a bit here in the northwest. So, I mean, in terms of severe weather, there's nothing going on right now. But let's take a look at our featured jet stream. So we did have a trough that's off into the Atlantic now. We do have a few little disturbances. There's one here in Kansas, and then you see that next little trough trying to move on in the northwest. So these will be moving on in as we get into Saturday, bringing some rain across the south. Another little disturbance here, bringing some snow showers in the northeast. and then pushing on into Sunday. Here's that disturbance bringing that heavier rain across the south here. That trough starts to move on into the north finally as we get into our Monday. Another shortwave trough off the coast as we get into our Monday afternoon in the Pacific. And just continuing over the next few days, just these little troughs here and there. Nothing in terms of severe weather. It's been too cold, and so it should, just bring that rain and snow to the northern half of the country. And just continuing here with that little train of troughs, nothing too concerning in terms of severe weather, just some unsettled, precipitation. So no storms are expected right now as those troughs move off to the east. So in terms of temperatures, we're finally going to be warming up, you guys. So you can see this is our below freezing line. So anything below this blue shading is below freezing, as the freezing mark is at 32 degrees Fahrenheit. So once we get to our Saturday, a few of us will be finally getting above freezing. So Oklahoma City and Dallas, you guys are included in that. Everyone else, so Denver, Chicago, Minneapolis, tomorrow is not your day to get above freezing. But as we get into Sunday and into Monday, that's when we start to get above that freezing mark. So if you don't like the cold weather, a warm up is on the way. So let's take a look at our future temperatures. Once again, going to be another cold day. As we get into tomorrow, though, you can see those warmer temperatures starting to return, with temperatures getting into the 40s and 50s. Still a little chilly up in the north. 25 for a high tomorrow in Detroit. So still chilly, but it's a bit better compared to what we've been seeing, getting near freezing on a Sunday. You can see those greens and yellows starting to show up a bit more here across the south, and even getting as far north as Rapid City on our Sunday, and then getting into our Monday. There we go, starting to look a lot better across the lower 48 as we begin our work week. So I know I sound like a broken record, lots of cold air, but we are going to see that warm up, and even more warm air is expected as we get into the end of the month and into the beginning of March. I showed this yesterday, so warmer than average weather is expected for most of us, and near normal here for the eastern part of the United States. And then in terms of that rain outlook, some wetter than normal conditions here in the northeast and across the northern part of the U.S., drier than normal out west, and some above normal precipitation for this time of the year possible in southern Texas. So closing it out once again with our Raising Hail tour. If you haven't signed up yet, we still have tickets available. You can go on our Facebook page, use this QR code to get $10 off of your tickets. You don't want to miss this. We are right on spring's door. We're only about a month out now. So if you want to get a look ahead on what we're thinking, make sure you go to one of those events if they are near you. So that's all I have for you today. Make sure you follow us on X or Twitter, whatever the heck you want to call it, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, as well as our TikTok page. Make sure you hit see first on Facebook so you don't miss any of our live videos. You can scan that QR code above if you'd like to get set up with a demo for any of our products. Otherwise, if you have any questions or concerns, you can call us at 855-334-4245. You can email us at info@hailtrace.com and check out our website at www.hailtrace.com. And I am meteorologist Heather Kay. I hope you all have a great rest of your day and a wonderful weekend.